Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make oxtail pho or beef pho. Pho is originated from Vietnam and it is so well known around the world. This Vietnamese soup dish consisting of broth, rice noodle, herbs, and meat like beef and sometimes chicken. Pho in my language, we call this Oxtail sạch cố. So I'm going to add my own twist on how I make my pho at home. Okay, not to let you wait any longer, let's get started. First, we're going to boil out the beef bone and the oxtail bone. So this way, your broth, when it's finished, it will be clear and nicer. Bring the water to boil, and after, you're going to add 1 kilo of beef bone and 1 kilo of oxtail. On high heat, bring it to boil. When you see it boiling, set the timer for 15 minutes. During the 15 minutes, you can start to prepare cinnamon sticks, star anise, garlic cut in half, slices galangal, ginger cut in half, and onion cut in half as well. You will also need some green onion, the green part and the white part, and some carrots. After 15 minutes, pour everything out into a basket and clean the bones and the oxtails. Make sure the pot is clean, and after you're going to bring 7 liters of water to boil, or if you can boil some water on the sides, that will speed up the process. In total, you will need 10 liters of water. Right now, we will start with 7 liters since the pot is smaller. Bring water to boil, add the pre-boiled bone and the oxtail. To make the broth taste even better, we can roast garlic, star anise, cinnamon stick, galangal, ginger, and onion. Set it to boil. Set the timer for 10 minutes on heat 550 Fahrenheit. After 3 minutes, make sure you take out the cinnamon sticks and star anise. Do not leave it in there for the whole 10 minutes. It will get burned. While we are waiting for those ingredients to get roasted, now we can add 2 medium carrots, some green onion, the white part and green part. Fish sauce, 5 tablespoons. Salt, 1.5 tablespoons. Chicken powder, 2 tablespoons. And brown sugar, 4 tablespoons. After you're done roasting all these ingredients, now we can add into the broth. Roasted onion, 2 medium or 1 large cut in half. Roasted ginger, about 100 grams cut in half. Roasted garlic, 1 bulb cut in half. Roasted galangal, about 10 slices. Roasted cinnamon stick, 3 of them. And also about 4 to 5 roasted star anise. After you put everything in, now you can cook on high heat for 15 minutes. After cook it on 15 minutes on high heat, now you can add 1 more liter of water, bring it to boil again, and this time you're going to lower the heat to medium heat and cook it for 2 hours. During that time, we can start to get everything ready, like red onion, yellow onion. These one you can use a peeler to thin slice them after you cut them in half. These type of mint, in my language, we call it chia, but I'm not sure the name in English. If you know, please leave it in a comment box below. For fresh herb topping, you will need the mint that I just showed you, some green onion, and some cilantro. Every time I make pho, I like to make lots, so this way my family and I can have it for the next couple days. So I like to store everything in the container so we can easily bring in and out from the refrigerator. For the rice noodle, I like to use fresh rice noodle. You can also use the dry one. If you're going to use a dry one, make sure you soak it in water at least 15 minutes so the noodle can get softened. If you use a fresh one like mine, you only need to rinse it and after put them in a basket to drain out the water. I think making pho is really easy. It's just really time consuming because you have to slow cook the bones and also have to prep all the other ingredients. To get a really good pho broth, you need to slow cook the bones, and the longer you can slow cook the bones, the better the flavor of the broth. Here is after 2 hours. Cook it on medium heat. The meat is still tough, as you can see. Now you can lower the heat to heat 3 or low heat. You can cook it for 3 more hours. Here is after 4 hours. Cook it on medium heat 2 hours and 2 hours on low heat on heat 3. Now the oxtail is softer now. You can take the oxtail out. If you leave it there to cook it longer, the oxtail meat may fall off the bones. But if you like your oxtail meat to be softer, you can also leave it for the whole 5 hours. So again, cook it on medium heat for 2 hours and 3 hours on low heat, heat 3. After you take the oxtail out, now you can cook it for the last hour on low heat or heat 3. The way I show you, the broth after 5 hours tastes really good, but if you have leftover broth, you can have pho again. It's going to taste even better. After about 5 hours, you can take everything out that look mushy, but leave the ginger and the galangal. Don't let nothing go to waste. The juice here is so good, so make sure you squeeze everything out, and also use a strainer, the fine strainer, to scoop out any small parts so the broth look nicer. After you take everything out, now you can turn it back to high heat and you can start to put the meatball. This one is homemade and I can show you how to make it in my next video. Remember from the beginning of the video, I said that if you have a big pot that can fit 10 liters of water, you can choose to put 10 liters of water right now, or you can choose to follow my method by add more liquid as you have more room in your pot. Here is 2 more liters of liquid. That liquid is the liquid that I used to cook the Asian beef balls. I didn't want to throw it away, so I poured in 2 liters or 2 liters of water. You can stir it a bit, and after you can give it a taste, and if you need more flavor of something else, you can add either fish sauce or salt. I add half more tablespoon of salt and also a little bit of MSG. At this point, a lot of you are thinking like, wow, she used MSG. Yes, I just use MSG. MSG is not bad for our body if you don't consume too much. Anything, right? If you consume too much salt, consume too much sugar, anything bad for us. But if you have it a balance, it shouldn't be bad. In most Asian cooking, we use MSG and we don't use it that much. We just put a little bit so it can have that umami flavor. That's what a lot of people say. Umami flavor, right? So if you put a little bit, it shouldn't be bad. But if you don't want to use MSG, you also can choose to put chicken powder, 1 tablespoon. After, bring it to boil one last time and scoop out all the foams that floating on top, and also to make sure do not scoop out all the fat that's in there, because those fat, just a little bit, will help the pho taste so much better. Now we can make a bowl of pho. Here is some water, boiling water. After you see the water boiling, put in the rice noodle. This one is the fresh one. Fresh rice noodle, you don't need to cook it that long, so cook it about 10 seconds, and after, drain out all the water because you don't want too much water in the noodle after you cook it, because the water will make the noodle or the pho broth less flavor. So make sure you shake out all the water before you put into the bowl. You will also need thin sliced beef, which I didn't show you when I slice it. You can cook it in the broth or you can lay it flat on the rice noodle when the rice noodle is cooked. If you want to have some oxtail, you can throw it back into the boiling broth and you can warm it up that way. For topping, you can put anything you like. You can put thin slices, onion, red one, white one, cilantro, green onion, and the mint that I don't know the name. But you guys can put garlic. It's a must. So if you want to know how to make fried garlic, you can check out one of my shorts. I made video on how to make fried garlic. It's so good if you put into the pho here. For the bean sprouts, you also can put it as a topping as well. You can put raw or cook it for about few seconds in the boiling water and then put it in. And that is it, guys, on how to make delicious pho at home. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and also share with your family and friends. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more delicious homemade recipes. Okay guys, thank you so much and I hope to see you all in my next video. Okay, bye for now.